I'm Spencer Hughes, one percentage of Chicken WIshbone. I produce a lot of the tunes, write the chord progressions, but then everyone kind of makes them come to life. Chicken WIshbone as our project is basically meant to be a collaborative approach to music. We all try to just contribute what our instrument could bring to the table, instead of saying we want the song to sound this particular way. We're more focused on how we can interact with each other. We formed about 2 years ago, just from Melbourne Polytechnic at our performance course, yeah. So the members we have in the band, we've got Flynn on guitar, Jack on bass, we've got Nick on drums, James Latham on synths and samples, Pascal Decker is the rapper, Brenna Ansell on vocals, we've got a whole bunch of people in the horn section. Name a few, we've got Ben Singh, Tony Barnell, Nicodemus, Owen James Miller, and there's a whole bunch of other members in Chicken WIshbone. We get them whenever they're feeling like jumping up, basically. Generally, I'll bring the chord progression to the group and we'll come up with ideas stemming from that. Because we're all just jazz nerds, we love to see, oh man, what are our tritone substitutions? What can we do here? But usually I'll just get a couple of ideas from my MPC, sampling a record. I think that's really important in hip hop. You need to be able to understand why sampled things sound the way they do. So we'll try to copy a beat that I've made from the MPC even, and just find the nuances in that sound to kind of come together and create a song from that. Our first release was the mixtape Volume 1, and then we did our Friends LP on vinyl. And after that, we released a couple of beats here and there until we finally got around to doing the WIshbone mixtape Volume 2, a 4-sided cassette, bundled in as 2 cassettes. So we had side A, B, C and D, and then we just recently released side E, which is like the outtakes, live outtakes of the mixtape basically. Our next album's probably coming out mid next year at the latest. But hopefully along the way there'll be a whole bunch of beats just coming out. Lots of smaller releases, you know. Bring back the single. Why not? It's easy. It's easy, yeah. Usually we're jamming in the studio. Sometimes we get treated well and get to go to Owen's studio. It's got a nice Rhodes in there. His housemate Ash engineered a few of our most recent recordings in that space too, which is pretty nice. Playing in a studio and comparing that to playing live, to me I don't really see much of a difference between the two, because at the end of the day I'm still playing the piano in both situations, you know. I think I can be greedy here and say that I'm playing for myself when I'm playing the keyboard. So long as you can bring that feeling of creating something new to your live performance, which is why jazz improvisation and why we like to play with jazz is so important to us as well. It's always a good performance when when you see your mates doing a ripper solo, for instance. When Flynn does a ripper solo on that guitar, it just gets everyone going. When Nick does a cool drum fill, that's, you know, what I like about the band is that we can just catch each other off guard and be a bit cheeky with each other sometimes. That's what makes a good live show for me, if it turns out well. Our work on the albums is pretty important to me. You need to have a strong connection with the visual artist you're working with. I almost never instruct the visual artist what to do. I would rather kind of curate how it's meant to be. I don't really like having a clear idea in mind of what I want the artwork to be, rather than both kind of go hand in hand. Like, it's better if the music and the visual art are being created at the same time. I've got no idea what I'm expecting at Electric Relaxation. because I've got no idea on what Christy's stuff's going to bring to the table. But I saw you guys did that one with the, you had someone DJing VCRs. That was mad. And without a doubt, I'm sure that Christy's is going to be just as innovative too. It's going to be pretty dope. Looking forward to it.